Good morning. It's Ia Patsy, and it's 4:14 a.m. on September 2nd, 2020. It's Wednesday. So I'm awake and happy to do this for us all because I was woken out of my sleep because I asked for a healing. And when I got up and I went outside, I did my prayers, I lifted my hands to the heaven, and then I was brought back in, and I looked, and my ISIS deck was right there in front of me. And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do this morning for the collective. And the card that came when I shuffled was the Miracle of Isis, Miraculous Healing of the Goddess. Isis was known as a talented practitioner of the healing arts and was capable of miraculous healings. For you, beloved, she offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, this addiction, this problem, this relationship, this issue, or inner struggle being part of it, you're guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing, to let go and let the goddess be. The Lady Isis wishes to lift a load that has become too heavy for you to heal on your own, beloved. She cannot take something away from you if you're not willing to release it to her. Release for healing means trust, letting go of attachment to outcome and how that outcome might be achieved. An opening to the divine genius of healing that seeks to express the perfection of divine love through you now. Release for healing means trust, letting go of attachment to outcome and how that outcome might be achieved. An opening to the divine genius of healing that seeks to express the perfection of divine love through you now. To hand something over for healing, especially when it has been long-term or persistent difficulty, or simply seems to be too great or overwhelming to be healed, takes a radical change of mind and heart. To dare to hope without becoming attached to how or when something can happen, to surrender without forgetting to follow your intuition and act accordingly, to trust even though you may have been disappointed or hurt in the past. All these things take skill and courage. Yet, these are the requirements for us to surrender into the great healing of divine love. Lady Isis speaks through this oracle and says to you that recovery from trauma and emotional healing is not only impossible, but if you're willing, it can happen now. No matter the depth of grief, loss, despair, fear, or anger, love can and will absorb all of it. This oracle is also an indication that a spiritual gift or awakening of deep healing ability at a new level are coming your way. Keep your eyes and heart open and let go of doubt or fear about opening up to a new level of proficiency. Dedicate your work to divine love and trust that it will flow through you stronger now. You are capable of great work when you trust in your own heart and the love of the flow of the divine flowing through you with total surrender. Dedicate your work to divine love and trust that it will flow through you stronger now. You are capable of great work when you trust in your own heart and the love of the divine flowing through you with total surrender. Ashe. Ritual for healing for the miracle of Isis. Ideally, you use a flower for this exercise, but you can also use a small crystal or a sacred object in this place, such as a stone or a small dish of sand or anything that you're willing to release completely after the ritual is completed. Sit quietly and gaze at your object of choice. Say, I call upon the loving miracle healing of Isis. Just as this flower, or whatever the sacred object is, just as this flower is subject to creation and destruction, life and death, so too can the pain that has plagued me finally rest in peace in the loving embrace of the goddess. Hold your left hand over your heart and your right hand over the sacred object of your choice and say, I give deep honoring and gratitude for the sacrifice of this beloved sacred flower. And now, release the pain, the issue, any attachment to it, conscious or unconscious, into this sacred receptacle now. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, allow any pain, attachment, or suffering to flow from your heart out of the right hand and be transferred into this sacred object. So breathe in, and as you breathe out, allow this attachment and this suffering to flow out of your heart, out of your right hand, and transferred onto the sacred object. Say aloud, beloved Isis, miracle healer and priestess of the healing hearts, take this suffering from me now. I surrender it to you to heal. Let me find the wisdom and the peace, the resolution that is meant to come from this dark blessing. May the darkness be turned to light with karmic grace and unconditional love. So be it. Thank you for your assistance, beloved. I open to your miracle of healing. Withdraw your hands into prayer position and gently bow before your object. Before taking it and placing it somewhere in a garden or a natural setting where it will not be disturbed. It is recommended that you tuck it into the earth or place it somewhere where it's not likely to be picked up by any curious wanderers by. You can then finish your ritual with this incantation. You can say this incantation to finish this ritual or at any time that you need some miraculous energy. Love and light, peace and power. Miracle healing descends this hour. The wings of Isis, drenched with feeling, nothing escapes her miracle healing. Surrendered to her from my heart so true, which is now exactly what I choose to do. Gratitude to Isis for the miracle coming to me. Her love and grace now set me free. Ashe. Amen. So, beloved, this is the message for this day. For those of us who are asking for release, for those of us who are asking for a miracle, get your intentions together, get that flower, that crystal, that bowl of sand, whatever it is. Say this prayer, this incantation, and release it. And accept the miracle of healing. If you believe it for yourself, I believe it for you. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a miraculous, healed, loving, awakened, ascending, inspiring day. Ashe. Namaste.